Hello and welcome to the NDTV Dialogues, a conversation of ideas. This week we have a very special edition coming to you from San Francisco, where I'm joined by Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal. Mr. Goyal, you've had a packed schedule in the United States. There are two big economic meetings happening, and you're here for the idea of India in the sense that India is the place to be. What's been the big message? Because of course APEC, India is not a member of it, but you're here as a guest. India has been invited for the first time. What is the big message you're giving?
Well, I think very clearly the world is looking at India and the way India's leadership has emerged over the last few years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, recognized today as truly a world leader of substance, somebody people respect immensely, look up to his leadership, is reflected in our engagements at the APEC, at IPEF. They are all looking up to India to contribute in a big way for a safe, secure Indo-Pacific region. They are all looking at India as the growth engine of the world economy. And my engagements with different leaders here, my meetings with my counterparts, with industry, captains of industry, all demonstrate very clearly the excitement about working with India, working in India, and the expectations that are today quite large from the India story.
It's interesting because of course India isn't a part of APEC, yet we've been invited for the first time. Do you think India needs to be part of APEC sooner rather than later? And of course the geopolitics, given that President Xi has come to the US after 5 years to attend this summit. You've said that the India-US relationship has nothing to do with what many say is the China plus one strategy of the United States.
I'm very convinced that today India stands on its own feet. India is a compelling case for investment. It's a compelling partnership based on trust, which we are forging with different countries. And while we are now very actively engaged with IPEF, we haven't applied our mind to joining up with APEC at the present moment, but it's been nice to be formally invited. Prime Minister Modi would have come, but for the elections going on in India. But clearly the respect that India is getting from the United States of America, from their leaders, from the other countries around the world, reflects the growing importance of India as a country, and the huge adulation, I can say, that I see amongst the leaders when they talk about Prime Minister Modi.
How closely is India watching the meeting which just happened with President Xi and President Biden? And what would you say about this China plus one strategy? Do you agree with it at all?
Well, that's an internal matter between the US and China, and we wish them well. We have no reason to watch that meeting, as you're saying. But more importantly, across the world there is a recognition that there should be more resilient supply chains. Across the world, businesses are concerned about their experiences of the recent past. They are also very concerned about transparency, about opaque business practices, about and the big value that democracy brings to the table. In all those respects, and when you have an overlay of the cost of doing business, where India today stands out as a very, very attractive destination, I think India will be an important partner in supply chains, more for the trust that they have in our abilities. Just before this interview, I had a conversation with a large semiconductor company who has big operations in India. And he told me that they're almost like an Indian company now. They have 15,000 highly qualified, highly paid engineers working in India doing cutting-edge technology work, R&D work, innovation, design, and they're super excited about it. They have aggressive plans to grow the business there.